Before the court drawing near, the Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
And good afternoon. Do I have a prosecutor here?
You do not.
Yes, you do. I do. I don't think anything's coming up regarding that, but if we do, we'll put on the waiver beforehand.
There are pre-trials.
There are pre-trials?
Yes.
All right, let's get the waiver out of the way then. Miss Kirby, yes, Miss Kirby.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people. The people would waive any potential conflict between this court and the public defender's office. Although the people do not believe that there is any conflict, the people make this waiver in avoidance of any doubt for the remainder of the cases for the public defender on this docket.
Thank you. And do we have a public defender?
Mr. Golbisi and Mr. Hopper.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The public defender's office likewise does not believe there is any conflict at this time, but we would waive any conflict if it does exist.
All right. The court for its part also does not believe that there is a conflict either under the Michigan court rules or the cases decided thereunder. To the extent one does exist, given the waivers, the court will consent to hear the matters. The court does call the case of People State of Michigan versus Durante Bonner.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Maria Ursinski on behalf of the people, seeking permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Caitlin Kirby.
Wow. You know, we started out with like 4 speeches, and now we're going to go. Permission to practice is granted.
Thank you.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Calvin Hawthorne appearing with and on behalf of Dariante Bonner. Mr. Bonner, please state your name.
Dariante Bonner.
Okay. And what are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, at this time, we are requesting a brief adjournment. Mr. Bonner is in custody, as you see, and he will remain there until at least August 4th. So we're requesting an adjournment.
All right. I will adjourn the matter to
July 31st at 1 p.m.
July 31st. Will that work, or did you want something after his release day?
Your Honor, we would ask for something after his release day.
August 7th.
August 7th.
Okay, thank you. And then
2023 at 1 p.m.
Okay.
If he's locked up on another matter, is that the issue?
Yes.
Then what I will do is I will change his bond. Right, currently he has a PR bond, and so he's not getting any credit. Pardon?
So we were going to ask to change the bond so that he is getting credit.
Change his bond to a $1,000 10% bond.
Thank you.
Bond conditions will continue. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Jason Bissonette.
Thank you.
Maria Ursinski on behalf of the people.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Ellman with and on behalf of Mr. Bissonette. Mr. Bissonette, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Jason Bissonette.
Thank you, Jason.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, today's date and time set for pretrial. However, I need a little bit more of an opportunity to speak with Ms. Kirby regarding this case. I would ask that we set this for final pretrial, and then we'll see if we can come up with a resolution before setting this for trial.
So you wanted jury selection date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jury final settlement conference will be August 11th.
Yes.
August 11th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, August 14th, 2023 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond with its conditions will continue. Thank you. Court calls the case of the People versus Roger Ware.
Maria Ursinski on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Carlos Simpson on behalf of Roger Ware. Mr. Ware, you please unmute, state your full name for the record. Mr. Ware?
Mr. Ware, you're muted, so you need to turn on your camera and unmute yourself.
Mr. Ware? There he is.
Gone.
No, he's still here.
Okay, his video's on. Mr. Ware, you have to unmute.
Seems he's having some kind of difficult areas.
There we go.
We can hear you, Mr. Ware.
All right.
State your full name for the record, please.
Roger Ware.
Yes, Your Honor, today is the date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. At this time, we would be respectfully requesting to set for a bench trial.
Mr. Ware,
Yes, sir.
you understand that you have an absolute and constitutional right to have the matter tried before a jury.
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand that by waiving that right, it will be tried before the court with no jury present.
Yes, sir.
All right. People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Based upon the statement of counsel, independent court will consent to have the matter tried before it without a jury. Non-jury trial in this matter will be set for
24th at 9 a.m.
July 24th.
Yes, I just asked that I get emailed the Zoom information.
Yep, I'll get it to you, Mr. Ware.
Thank you.
Non-jury trial, July 24th, 2023, 9 a.m. That is in person.
In person. That's going to be in person, Mr. Ware.
Yes, sir.
Be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond continued with its conditions. Court calls the case, People versus Timothy Riley.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Costin Bilbasi on behalf of Timothy Riley. Mr. Riley, could you please state your full name for the record?
Timothy James Riley.
Yes, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for sentencing. At this time, we have had the chance to review the recommendation from probation, and we have no material additions, corrections, or deletions. So we would just ask that the court adopt the recommendation.
Riley, is there anything you want to say to the court before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
All right. It's a sentence of the court. You're placed on 24 months probation. You're to pay $655 fines and court costs, $720 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that?
Your Honor, I'd like to, if it's okay with the court, I'd like to pay $200 today and then just $200 a month thereafter until it's paid off.
$200 today. And then I will order $200 per month beginning in August.
Your Honor, today, in the list of things, it was said that drug testing was going to be ordered by the probation.
I haven't. Sir, let me finish my sentencing.
My apologies.
For your sentencing. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete a domestic violence program as directed by probation. You are to complete an IOP program, including all recommended aftercare with status reports to probation. You are to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. There is to be no contact whatsoever with Anika Skib. You are not to go to the residence or employment of Anika Skib. You are not to assault, terrorize, frighten, intimidate, threaten, harass, molest, or stalk anyone. You are not to possess any weapon, firearm, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You are to report to probation as requested by probation. You are to comply with any and all circuit court orders, if any. I will set a review hearing that is to be held September 18th, 2023 at 1 p.m. I will order 365 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended. Now, what were you going to say, sir?
I just, if the probation office would require me to, my letter was called today. I'm prepared to drug test, but if it's not necessary, I just want to know what the probation office.
Sir, you need to go test.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Am I continuing on the twice a month random drug testing then? I just want to be clear.
Random testing as requested by probation.
So it stays as it is?
Probation can answer your questions for you. We'll contact them and we'll see what we need, what information we need from them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch with you, Mr. Riley.
Thank you.
Yep.
Calls case, People versus Dewan Olive.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Councilman
Dewan
Basie on
Olive.
behalf of Dewan Olive. Mr. Olive? Go ahead and state your full name again, Mr. Olive.
Dewan Olive.
Teresa
Yes,
Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Olive is before the court today for a review hearing. Mr. Olive is compliant with the terms of probation, accepting his payment plan. At this point, Mr. Olive has a payment plan arrearage of $664. Mr. Olive did meet with me late last week to go over some of his difficulty with keeping up with his payments. He indicates that he has several friend of the court matters that he's trying to stay compliant with, and he was having a hard time finding and keeping employment due to his record. I gave Mr. Olive a list of friendly employers that have criminal histories, and Mr. Olive was going to follow up on that. I did advise Mr. Olive that I would like to see that he make a payment towards the court. However, he's going to address that with you. The probation's recommendation was that Mr. Olive pay the arrearage of the $664, that he continue all conditions as previously ordered, with the next review hearing being set September 18, 2023 at 1 p.m.
Counsel?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. Well, Mr. Olive, what did you want to say? Because on the recommendation, you probably have an objection to he doesn't have $664 to pay today, I bet. Mr. Olive, what did you want to tell the court?
Well, sir, I have been seeking employment. I fill out so many applications. I went to interviews, and I've been putting my vehicle up for sale on two websites.
I can't hear you. You need to speak up.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Now I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, I've been seeking employment. I filled out so many applications. I went to interviews, and I've been putting my vehicle up for sale so I can just pay you all and be done with this probation. I got a lot going on with child support and bills and all type of stuff. I'm trying to be compliant with you as well too. So just wait to get employment or sell my vehicle so I can just pay you all off in full so I can be done with this probation. Put this behind me.
Your Honor, could we waive the payment until he provides proof of employment, perhaps?
Do what?
Could we waive his payment until he's able to secure employment for at least 2 months?
No. You're to pay $664 arrearage. You're to pay that on or before. I'm going to make that August 17th. So he's got 30 days to get that back arrearage cleared up. I continue all conditions as previously ordered. I'll set the next review hearing September 18th, 2023 at 1 p.m. Thank you. Court calls case of the People versus Benjamin Simon.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Calvin Hawthorne appearing on behalf of Benjamin Simon.
Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Simon was scheduled before the court today for a review hearing. Mr. Simon is compliant with all terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance. Probation's recommending that he continue all conditions as previously ordered, with the next review hearing being set October 2nd, 2023 at 1 p.m.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
So ordered. Court does call the cases of the People versus Richard Smith III.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Calvin Hawthorne appearing on behalf of Richard Smith III.
Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Smith was scheduled before the court today on a review hearing on 3 cases. He is compliant with all terms in all 3 cases. I did waive his appearance from attending today's court hearings. Probation's recommendation on all 3 cases that all conditions continue as previously ordered, with the next review hearing being set October 2nd, 2023 at 1 p.m.
No objection from defense, Your Honor.